it makes me able to be all that I am capable of being by being around great art. And there's the Getty right there with this environment, with this great architecture. Everything about it is perfect. With this villa on top of a hill, looking over. I mean, come on, you know, you could spend a weekend there. My name is Ken Twitchell. I'm an artist, probably best known as a muralist. You know, with me, my art is very labor intensive, and so I'm always chasing incentive, motivation, just to get there and take my paintbrush 6 to 8 to 12 hours a day, whatever it takes. It sort of switches around because I'd rather just either stay in bed or watch Netflix all day. But I have to get up and the thing, like Ed Ruscha said famously one time in an interview, what is it that keeps you going? And he says, oh, that's easy. I just can't wait to see what it's going to look like when it's done. I first painted this mural in 1974 as a monument to my grandmother. My grandmother lived in Hollywood, and she made Afghans, and I grew up with her, sort of like the Waltons back on the farm in Michigan. And I looked for a character actress because I love painting character actors. They're my favorite people. And when you see a character actor in another context, like on a wall someplace, you don't recognize them. You just think you know them. They seem like a member of your family because for years you've let them into your mind while you were relaxing with your t-shirt on at home in the studio. And so I found Lillian Bronson, who was the mother on Spencer's Mountain. She was Maureen O'Hara's stepmom and Henry Fonda's mother. And from the moment that I painted her in 1974 on the Hollywood freeway, it became this icon that was in the front pages of newspapers all over the country, which I had no idea. It was the least hip thing I could possibly have done. And here was this sort of kitsch image of an old woman with this brightly painted Afghan, but for some reason it just hit. I think everyone loves their grandmother, you know, and they couldn't help it. We're all people. So I kind of serendipitously cut through all the red tape and got to the heart of a few people. I think that it's like with music, that it puts you in a context. If I'm listening to Baroque music, for instance, while I'm painting, I'm in a context of high appreciation for the aesthetics of life. It just makes what I'm doing make more sense. And the same thing visually when I go to the Getty, because I surround myself with the greatest art that's ever been done. And J. Paul Getty just happened to collect all my favorite kinds of art. You know, there's a lot of art that I don't really align myself with that much in truth. But Western art, the art of Greece and Rome and Europe, is very, very inspirational to me. So when I go and just spend it, I don't even have to think about who it is anymore. But just being around it. And I think with information science we've discovered that you don't really have to think. You don't have to put things consciously. You can just be in a context, be in an environment of beauty, and that is going into your computer. And that is what you draw on when you do your own work. And the more of it that you can be around, the better you're going to be in terms of if you're a visual artist, particularly. And probably, no matter what you do, you're going to be better for it.